Hello everyone and welcome to another Good Game Empire video. Today we will be talking about the generals, so the new addition from the update of the century in the game. So like 1 week ago or something I made a video where I explained the basic mechanisms in the generals addition, but it was even before the update was rolled out to our servers, so I didn't cover like everything I wanted to cover, and here and now we know more details about this whole system, and I'm gonna explain to you a lot of details here, so stick to the end till the end of the video and make sure that you're gonna learn everything about the generals in the game, because there's a lot to cover. So we're gonna start with how to unlock the generals, and basically when you first log into your account after the new update, you will see a short quest line here in the quest book, and you're supposed to finish 8 quests which contain of like attacking a Wolfguard tower on the world map, and then the tower attacks you and they teach you how to assign the generals and so on. So you can either finish those quests or you can skip this small introduction in the quest book and go straight to the generals. So a reward for finishing this or skipping it will be your first general, Horatio, which most of you probably already got on your accounts. So the Horatio general is our starter. And now how to unlock other generals, because we've got him for free as a starter, but how to unlock other generals, and in general how to unlock generals. Well, we have 2 new buttons here. You can also access them when going on this circular menu on the encampment in your main castle. But here you can access the generals in and the generals overview. So those are the 2 most important features for the generals addition. Here in the generals in, you can make offerings, they say, but it's more like random drawing. You need to pay these items, which is this thing. You need to pay those to the King Ludwig or to Sir Ulrich or to Princess Beatrice to get rewards from them. So you can either wait, for example, 3 days for King Ludwig, 7 days for Sir Ulrich, or 15 days, so it didn't even recover yet, for the Princess Beatrice here, to get free offerings here. But if you don't want to wait, you can also buy them with rubies. So the one offering to King Ludwig costs you 13,000, one offering to Sir Ulrich costs you 33,000 I think, and 70,000 rubies for the Princess Beatrice. Alright, so let's now go on one by one and see what can we get from them, because the main item which you need to unlock new generals is general shards. You can see the chances, you can see the chances actually, but you can see items you can get here, and as you can see you can get Toril general shards and other general shards from those patrons. They are called patrons basically. So back to my equipment for a second. You can see those shards in your castle overview at the bottom here. So you can see those items you need to pay to make offerings. You can see XP boosters, more on this later, and you can see the general shards. So now let's give it a try and see if we can get some general shards. Let's start with King Ludwig first. Right. Alright, and we've got actually shards 2 times. We've got Alyssa's shards, 5 on this reward and 5 on this reward, because in each offering you get 4 rewards, and in each of those 4 rewards you have a chance to get a shard, a bunch of shards actually, 5 for Ludwig at the moment, but there are about 20% chances you're getting shards in each of those 4 drawings. Alright, so that's for the King Ludwig. Let's now see what we can get from Sir Ulrich, if we can get any shards. Right, so here we didn't actually get any shards, we didn't get too lucky in this offering, but as you can see we got some other rewards. I'm not gonna cover this because it's not so important to the generals basically, and Princess Beatrice. Now let's give it a try. This is the most expensive offering, and we unfortunately didn't get any of those. Alright, so let's try again maybe. We've got the general's skill reset token. I'm gonna cover this later because it's also an important item. Let's try. We've got shards from King Ludwig, so now let's try Sir Ulrich. Again, maybe we'll get shards this time. No, not this time. Not this time, and the last chance to get them. No, but we've got plenty of XP boosters. That's nice. Yes, we didn't get too many shards for our generals. Let's now see with the princess batteries again. Alright, we've got 25 Horatio general shards, and I'm gonna show you how you can use them when you already got Horatio in a second. Right, so that's good. We've got another general skill reset tokens, and let's also make drawings for the King Ludwig. Nice, some XP boosters and the skill reset. Again, skill reset, and we've got Leo general shards, nice. And here we've got some more to Alyssa general shards, that's good. So we've got plenty of them, still not enough to unlock them. I'm gonna show you in a second how many you need, but as you can see, we've got more of them here. Right, so now the second part is the general overview. General's overview. It's an important place where you can manage your generals. So first of all, when you open this section, on the left side you can see the generals. You can see the unlocked generals you have on your account here. And next you can see the generals you didn't unlock yet, and it tells you how many shards you need to recruit them, to unlock them basically. Yeah? So you've got 5 out of 150 shards for the Toril general, 20 out of 100 for Alyssa, and 10 out of 100 for Leo to unlock them. And we can see also coming soon some new generals to the game, because there will be more generals in the game soon. Right, so now you know what's the section on the left side, and now let's move to the right side. So first of all, we have the values and skills here, and we have statistics and lore here. So nothing very important here. You can see your star level, you can see the rarity, you can see the experience, victories and defeats for the general, and the background story if you want to read that. Right, but now back to values and skills here, because there are a few important sections here. So first, you can see your general Lord Horatio has stars here, and as you can see, you don't have any of those stars filled yet. This means that your star level of the general is 0, because the general doesn't have any stars yet. And here you can see the level of the general. This level is similar to like account level. You basically need to gain experience points by attacking or using the XP boosters we've got a second ago on this general to increase the level. But as you can see, you would normally have the arrow here to use XP boosters, but we can't use XP boosters on level 10. The question is why we can't. Well, there is a level cap, let's call it, so a maximum value of level before you upgrade your star level. So if you have star level 0, you don't have your stars on the general, you can't go further than level 10. So even if you are attacking targets, you're not getting any more experience, because you have reached the maximum level of the general with the current star level. This means that if you reach the maximum level, you will see the increase the general's star rating icon. So here, when you open this, you will see how many general shards you need to increase the star level. So as you can see, we have 30 Horatio shards, and we need 185 to increase the star level to 1 star. So when we do this, when we have enough shards from the offerings from the general scene, and we level up the star level, we will get 1 star here. And once we get 1 more star on the general, we will be able to get 10 more levels. So with 1 star, we will be able to again make attacks or use XP boosters to get this general up to level 20. And once we reach level 20, we will need to once again level up the star on this general to unlock on further leveling up to level 30, and so on and so on. So each star enables you to get 10 more levels on the general. And why those levels are so important, we will talk about in a second, because they give you skill points. But now, moving below here, we can see the commander section, and you can switch this from commander to castellan, and vice versa. So you can choose if your general is assigned to commander or to a castellan. And basically each general can only be assigned to one castellan or commander at a time. so you can't use it for both, for example, or you can't use it on two commanders at the same time. Here, when you open this, you can choose to which commander you want to assign it for. For example, this one is my PvP commander. You can see the statistics here as well, and you have the general assigned at the moment. So if you switch this to the castellan, you can choose one of your castellans, and it will be assigned to your castellan. Alright, so let's stick with the castellan for a second now. So below this, you can see the strongest effects here, which basically tell you what are the best capabilities of your castellan. Nothing important here. It just tells you what are the best parameters of your castellan, just to let you know, basically. Right. So now we can go to the skills and abilities. It's a very important section, so now please pay attention to what I say here, because it's a bit complicated, or like it may be a bit confusing, because when you press on skills button, you will see the general's skill tree, and this place is basically very similar to Hall of Legends, because first of all, the number of points available for this general is equal to the general level, so same as Hall of Legends, yeah? And you can see how many points you have available and how many points you have allocated to the skills. And below you can see the skill rows. It's very similar to Hall of Legends. So you can see these skills, you can see how many times they can be upgraded. Each upgrade costs you 1 point, same as Hall of Legends. And you can see what is the current upgrade, what is the maximum upgrade available for each skill. And now, a very important thing to note here is that we have two types of skills. We have an ability and we have an effect. And here is a major difference, because if you want to take advantage of an unlocked ability, you need to assign this ability to those circles. Yeah, you have those circle slots here below there, and you need to assign those abilities to those slots. Otherwise, if you don't assign them, they are not actually going to work at all, even though you allocated some points in them. So have in mind that if there is ability written in here, you will have to assign it to your ability slot. But on the other hand, if we have an effect here, for example this one or this one, so you can also see that they look a bit different. Those are like purple and they fill the whole circle, and on the other hand those don't fill the whole circle and they only have like small gems inside as an icon. Right, so the effects are always active. Of course, if the general is assigned to your castellan or commander and the effect bonus is relevant to attacking or defending. So for example, troop capacity in courtyard, even though effect is purchased here at level 4, it's not going to work if you use the general with a commander, because it's not in any way connected to attacking. But if I assigned it to my castellan, as you can see this icon here, it's assigned with my castellan in main castle, and the effect says plus 50,000 to troop capacity in courtyard defense. So this effect is always going to work unless I unassign the general from my castellan. Yep. So one more important thing to note here are the general's skill reset tokens. You could see that I got them like a while ago when I was making those drawings in the general's inn. I got plenty of those skill reset tokens, but if you don't have them, you can buy them for rubies. And obviously the reset tokens are required to reset those points allocated in the skills and to get them back to the points available and to assign them once again in a different composition, for example. Okay, so just a few words about the skills. We have two rows here and you need to allocate 10 points to unlock another row. So you need to allocate 10 points in the first one to be able to allocate points in the second row. And here you can see the abilities, for example, power surge. So it can work both for attack or defense depending if the general is assigned to a commander or to a castellan. So in attack, for example, this skill gives you plus 20% combat strength for attacking units every 2 waves. And in defense, it gives you plus 20% combat strength for defensive units every 2 waves. And it's a really strong bonus, I must say. I tested it on some NPC targets, on some nomad on hard difficulty levels, I mean high difficulty levels, and it made a significant difference, so it's worth mentioning this bonus. The towering shield bonus, it's again ability, so it needs to be chosen in the ability slots. It gives you a reduction of combat strength for ranged attackers when defending and defenders when attacking every 3 waves. Right, and the next one, heroic defense. As you can see, it only works in defense, so there is no point of choosing it and allocating points into it if you want to use the general with commander, because the attack bonuses are none. But on the other hand, defense bonuses, we can see increases combat strength for defense units on the flanks. The fewer units on the flanks, the greater the bonus. So it kind of compensates the loss of units on the wall in the next waves, yes, because the attacker kills part of the defenders on the wall, but this bonus increases the strength of units defending the wall depending on how much units you already lost on your wall. So it's a nice bonus in the defense, and it works every 2 waves. Alright, and here we have effects. It's a cool effect for defense plus troop capacity in courtyard, and this one is very nice in attack, plus to the troop capacity for final assault when attacking. So this increases the size of the last wave, which goes directly to the courtyard if you manage to pass at least one side of the enemy wall. So it's a significant number because it's 150 on one level, but if you allocate 12 points, it's already 1,800 more units in the attack, and that's a significant number. So that's a very nice bonus here. So next we have the second row. Some bonus I'm not going to go through because we're going to get more skills even, so I guess I'm going to post them in a separate video or on Goodgame Empire Guide website once it's finished, basically. Right, so as you can see now, getting the star level, which enables you to get higher general level, is very important to make it possible to get more points to spend them on skills, because those skills require points and the points require you to get levels, and that's very important. Right, so now back to abilities. You need to assign abilities to make them work. So now we have this with the castellan, and as you can see, the abilities are assigned. You can reset this for free, and you can assign them. You need to choose them here. The abilities you got the points allocated in, you need to choose them here, and you need to click save for them to work, because if you don't have them, reset, save. If you don't have them here, you can see, let's go to defense, that those effects, those abilities are not going to work because they are not assigned to the slots. On the other hand, the effects are like, it's called passive effects, and that's a good word to describe it. Passive effects, which means that those effects, which I told you before, that don't require to be put in slots, they are always active when the general is assigned to a castellan or commander. Alright, so here we have the general abilities. So now let's choose them. You can open it here, save, and now, okay, go back. And now you can see that they are chosen here in the general's abilities. They are active here. That's great. Alright, so that's how it works basically. And you can change the generals if you have more. You can assign nobody, you can assign any of your generals which are available right now in the defense in this place as well. So you don't really need to open the general overview if you want to assign a general to another castle, for example. You can also do this in here, in the equipment window. You can go to different castle, you can choose here, and Lord Horatio. Same goes for commanders. If you want to use it for commander quickly, you don't need to go to general's overview. You can do it right from the equipment window. Right, so that's for the generals. Okay, so now one more thing about the generals. As you can see, they have different rarities. This one is epic because it's purple. This one is legendary because it is orange. And those two, Alyssa and Leo, the hunter, are rare because they have green colors. So depending on the rarity of the general, a few variables vary. First of all, the strength of the effects are different. For example, General Lord Horatio has those two skills, which are, effects, which are, I think, common for all the generals, not sure though. But for sure, Alyssa, the legendary, the Toril, the legendary general, has the same effect, which gives you more troop capacity in courtyard defense, but with one important difference. the value is greater. Because here the level is 4 and we get plus 50,000, which means that one level gives you 12,500 to the troop capacity in courtyard defense for one effect level here for Lord Horatio, which is a purple mid-range epic general. But on the other hand, Toril, the legendary general, has 15,000 here per one level. So in total here you would get 150,000, but with Toril you would get 180,000 for the capacity in the courtyard. And the rare ones with the green color only give you 10,000 per level here. So in maximum you would get 120,000 to the troop capacity in courtyard. Same goes with this bonus. It's I think 200 for the legendary, 150 for purple as we can see there, and 100 only for the green general. So it varies a lot, maybe not a lot, but it's a significant change to think about if you really want to use all the boosters for the levels, because next levels will require you way more experience points. Yeah, because shards, yeah, you get the shards you get, you can't change what you get, except the one thing, there should be the universal shards. I think they are not yet in the game, but I think they will be in the game soon. Universal shards will allow you to star up any general, basically, because they will work as a wild card. You can use them for any general you want. So as simple as that. But now back to the differences between the rarities of the generals. Also, the cost of upgrading with the shards is different. So for example, this one requires 185, this one requires I think 200. I'll show you a table I prepared, alright? And in this table you can see what's the cost of other generals, or of basically the different rarities, because it's dependent on the general rarity, how expensive it is to star up a general. And also, except there are different prices for starting up with the shards for different rarity generals, there's also difference in how much experience you need to get to get new levels of those generals. So, for example, the legendary generals require you 29 million experience to get to level 60, which is the maximum level. So that's a lot of experience. As you can see, we barely got like 32,000, and we need to get to 21 million. So it's not even 1/10 of a percent. Sorry, it is over 1/10 of the percent what we want to get here. And the number of experience also varies depending on the general rarity as well. Right. So I think that's all. Just a funny thing about the generals. If you'd like to get enough shards to unlock all generals and to be able to start them up maximally, not mentioning that you need to get experience by attacking or experience boosters, if you just want to get enough shards from the offerings, buying offerings with rubies, you would have to pay the astonishing number of 52 million rubies to get all the shards required. Those are the mathematical chances. Basically, that's how it looks. Well, the offerings are very expensive too, so that's how it looks. Right. So I think that's all for the generals I wanted to tell you today. So if you think that the video was helpful, make sure to share it with your alliance mates, with your smaller Discord servers, and so on and so on. And for sure, leave a thumbs up if you liked the video and if you think it was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. I'm gonna answer all of them, of course, and I'm gonna help you with any case you need. And if you still have some questions, or you prefer to talk in Discord, because we all prefer Discord basically rather than comments, but comments are fine too, join my Discord server. It's a great Discord server for Goodgame Empire. There is plenty of players, like 1,300 or something like this currently, but the server has plenty of exclusive features. For example, you get mentioned when there are 200 primetime offers, or you get mentioned when there are ruby building discounts, or you get mentioned in various game situations. For example, 1 hour before the Kingdom League medals are granted for players, or when the nomad shop resets, or when the blacksmith resets, and before the blacksmith resets, so you can buy any items you forgot over the course of the last week before the blacksmith resets. So there is plenty of cool features here waiting for you. So yeah, I'm waiting for you on my Discord server. The link is obviously in the description. Also, the link is very easy, discord.gg/Endex. That's the link for my Discord server if you want to share it. Yeah, send it in your alias as well. And that's all for today. So thank you very much for watching, and thanks to all of my channel members for supporting me. Right, so that's all for today, and see you in the next one. Bye.